Hey, what's up guys, E-Man here, and welcome back to the episode 5 of my Terraria 1.4 beginner's guide. So in this episode, we are going to fight our first boss, which is the Eye of Cthulhu, and to do that, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough here of everything that I have for, like, all the preparation stuff I have for this fight. So, you'll see I have a full set of iron armor, which could also be lead, so iron or lead armor is what I recommend, along with a potion, an iron skin potion, and a regeneration potion. Those are just the base. You're gonna want those two potions for every boss fight, plus healing potions. I talked about this earlier in my series, but I'm gonna walk through all the different types of people, like all the different types of classes or playstyles. So the mage, all that stuff. So the first class I'm gonna talk about is melee, because that's what I usually play as. Now, melee users swords don't work with this boss fight really at all because of how it moves. So I would recommend going with a yo-yo, which I have, but I'm not really going to use that, but I would recommend going with one of those if you're a melee user. Now, for ranged users, shurikens do pretty good. They do 10 damage, and they're pretty fast. I happen to have a snowball cannon, which is also really good if you have one, which I'll be using for this boss fight. If you are a mage, I would recommend one of the staffs. So, like, the best staffs are diamond or ruby staves. Emerald and sapphire also work for this boss fight. Other than that, I would recommend having 10 hearts. I have 9 right now, but I just wanted to get this episode going, so I'm only going to be fighting with 9. I would recommend you fight it with 10. Other than that, I don't have an arena set up. I don't usually set up an arena for this boss, but you can if you want to. It would just be like some platforms in the sky. Here I've got this right here is the suspicious looking eye. You can find these in chests underground, which is what happened to me, or you can craft one using 6 lenses, which I've got 5 of them right here. You can get them from demon eyes, and you'll have to craft it at a demon altar, which I haven't actually found one of those in my world yet. So that's about it. Right now I'm just going to wait until night falls and we can start up the boss fight. First boss fight's always very fun in Terraria. The wiki on Terraria, the guide, recommends that you have gold or platinum or silver or tungsten armor, but I wouldn't worry about that because it's really, if you have an iron skin potion, that more than makes up for it. Some other accessories I found a horseshoe, a lucky horseshoe, which will negate fall damage, so I don't take fall damage. I have a band of regeneration, which is just good in general. Those are the 2 that I've gotten since last time. You see I've got mana up here. I have 60 mana. If you're a mage user, you're probably going to want to max that out. You're just going to want to grind, just like waiting out at night, running around, getting fallen stars. You're going to want to hopefully max that out before the first boss fight, although you don't need to. So I'm just waiting for night to start, and as soon as that starts, I'll just go like right over here, and actually I'm going to go on the other side because that's closer to where my nurse is, and I'm going to take this campfire with me because campfires are very useful in boss fights. I probably won't use the nurse in this boss fight. I'll just throw the campfire right here. There it is. Now we'll just go over here and wait for night to start. Once the boss fight actually starts, I'll pretty much only be using this. I will use my sword occasionally to maybe try and hit the little minions he sends out. But other than that, the snowball cannon, if you can see here, it fires very fast, so it should make quick work of him. If you do not have a snowball cannon, but you still want to go for a similar attack, I would recommend these because they are also very fast. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. I'm just waiting for nighttime. I probably missed something, but oh well. You can see down here I set up a potion crafting station, which is just a table with a bottle on it. And that's all you need for potion crafting. Okay, I think it just switched to night. Let me just make sure. Yes, okay. It is switched to night, so we can now start the boss battle. So we're going to go over here in range of this. We're going to take out these and drink them both. Alright, so you see we've got 8 minutes of that. We're going to take this out and click it, and the Eye of Cthulhu has now been summoned. You can see there's a boss health bar down here. There he is. We're just going to be shooting this at him. Should make relatively quick work of him. You'll notice I'll talk about his second phase right now. Halfway through the boss fight, he does go into a second phase, which doubles his attack, so he'll do twice as much damage, but cuts in half his defense. You'll notice in his first phase, he can't really do anything to me with this setup that I have. Yeah, I can just let him hit me. He'll watch me hit me. He does like almost 0 damage. His second phase, I will have to work on. I'd be a little bit more worried about. You can see I'm taking down his health bar pretty fast, and it'll just go down even faster in his second phase. And he does tend to hover here. He's a first boss, so he's not too tough. Other than that, that's about all there is to this fight. Other boss fights might get more advanced, but with this one, it's just hit him with your best stuff. I forgot to mention summoners. Summoning is still pretty hard at this point. I can't remember exactly what the summoning weapon is. Although it's hard to go full summoner this early in the game, and I don't expect many people watching to be doing summoner. Okay, you see now he's switching into phase 2, so he splits all that stuff off. He now does extra damage. You can see I'm just taking down his health bar ridiculously fast, although he does do a decent amount of damage now. You can see he's actually visibly taking away health here, but I am taking him down very quickly, so this should not be a problem. Okay, yeah, he's almost dead here, and then once he dies, I will talk about everything that he drops. Because once you kill the Eye of Cthulhu, Terraria starts getting very crazy. You're going to be doing a lot of stuff. Almost dead here. Yeah, the Eye of Cthulhu, once you get your first boss in Terraria, it's basically non-stop for a while. Alright, just a couple more hits, and there you go. You see he's been defeated, and he dropped a bunch of stuff. So we'll need to check out what he dropped. He dropped 5 gold. You'll see I have 11 gold, but that's because I was doing some grinding earlier. But the big stuff here, he had some healing potions as well, but he dropped Crimtane ore. Now that stuff is going to be used a lot. Coming up, I'm going to go over it real quick and show you what exactly we'll be using Crimtane ore for, and then I will wrap up this video. A bit of a short one. The boss fight ones will probably be a bit shorter than others. Actually, I think all of my episodes are probably going to be shorter from now on. The longer ones are just to start out the series. So we go over here, and we're going to craft as many bars as we can out of this. So we're going to make some Crimtane bars. Now here, we got 23 of them. Now, as a melee user, I'm obviously going to go for the sword first, but you can see you can make a bow. There's a fishing rod you can make right now, a bow, an axe, and a sword, and a yo-yo. So all going for the sword here. Just make that. I'm going to make some other stuff too, so I've got enough to make I can make another one of anything, really, but I'm probably going to go for the yo-yo. That way, because that's a much better yo-yo than what I have. So, excuse me, sorry. Oh, I got a zealous blood, but okay, yeah, it's just, I'll talk about like the little green text at the top there. I'll talk about that when we get the Goblin Tinkerer. Other than that, so you're just going to want to make for whatever class you have. So if you are a melee, you're going to want to go for the sword or the yo-yo or both. If you're ranged, you're going to want to go for the Crimtane bow. Other than that, that's about it. If you want to start preparing for the next boss fight, because the next video I do is going to be about the next boss fight. I'm not going to have anything in between. All you're going to want to do is head over to your Crimson or Corruption biome, which I actually haven't found mine yet. I need to do some more exploring, but you're going to want to find that and just kill a bunch of enemies. So you can get the materials needed. I might do a small video I think I'll probably do a small video on the materials for that boss fight, and then I'll make a video on the boss fight. So other than that, that wraps it up for this video. So if you guys liked it, make sure to let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.